Hello everyone and welcome to another video reaction for Okay, Here is the Story. I am Dee Burns. Sorry, I gotta move my mic. Okay, so today's video is Home Free, Flowers on the Wall. Now, I was recently in a meeting with two people that helped me with my channel, and I had made the comment that I was wanting to do more of this person, and I was wanting to do more of this group and that group. And Red said to me, well, why don't you? And I said, well, because they're not coming out with anything new. I'm waiting. And she said, well, go back and do their old stuff. And I said, yeah, but it's not new. I like to do new stuff. And she goes, it's new to you. Point well taken. Red, I love you. You just tell me like it is. Anyway, so I went back on Home Free's page because yesterday's video was kind of heavy, kind of emotional, and when I get that way, I want to do a happy video after that. So Home Free is my go-to group. They always have videos that are funny, great, and funny, and they make me laugh. So that's what the video is today. I also chose Flowers on the Wall. I just want to preface this story with the statement that I was a dorky kid. I realize that now. At the time, I didn't know that, but I was such a dork as a kid. But I used to sit in my parents' bedroom for hours. Now, I grew up on old country. Statler Brothers, Oak Ridge Boys, Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton, that whole era of country. And my parents loved the Statler Brothers and the Oak Ridge Boys. And whenever we could see them in concert, we would go. And, of course, I had a love for the Statler Brothers. And if you've spent any time on my channel, you know that I love drummers and I love the bass. The men who sing bass. Oh, it's always been a thing for me. But anyway, I loved Harold Reid, who is the bass for the Statler Brothers. And I loved this song because I feel like it really highlighted him. And I learned this song when I was little. I don't know. I haven't heard it in years. So I don't know if I'm going to remember the words. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But that's why I picked this, because it's a great childhood memory for me. Sitting in my parents' room, next to the record player. Yes, I am old enough that we had record players with actual records. I'm so old. Anyway, it just brought back good memories of me sitting in my parents' room and listening to this song over and over and over and over again on the record. So, okay, well, before we get into the video, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube and our Rumble channel. Please, please, please leave me a comment. I love you guys' comments. I try to respond to them, and I like having comments for my subscriber shout out at the end of my videos. So please, please leave me a comment. Okay, well, let's get into the video. Again, this is Home Free doing a cover of the Statler Brothers song, Flowers on the Wall. I just about forgot it. Flowers on the Wall. Here we go. Oh, Harold, hold on. Okay, hold on. Harold Reid died? I didn't know he died. Ah, damn. I didn't know that. Okay.
I keep hearing you're concerned about my happiness, but all that thought you're giving me is conscience, I guess. If I was walking in your shoes, I wouldn't worry none. While you and your friends are worrying about me, I'm having lots of fun. Counting flowers on the wall, that don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire till dawn with a deck of 51. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't tell me I've nothing to do.
Okay, I've already told you guys I was a dork as a kid, so this is going to prove it. I grew up in a very strict Baptist home. I mean, strict. We were not allowed to go to movies. We weren't allowed to play cards. We weren't allowed to smoke. We weren't allowed to drink. We weren't allowed so many things. I mean, it was very, very, very strict home. And I can remember when I was listening to this song on the record. Oh, God, I don't want to admit this. I remember thinking as a kid, wow, people who watch Captain Kangaroo can play with cards and they can smoke. That is awesome. I can't wait to be an adult. Little did I know. I mean, I didn't know anything about cards growing up. So I didn't realize that there's 52 cards in a deck. So I didn't get the 51 card reference there. Of course, when I was little, and when I became an adult, I did. But um, yeah, it's funny. I always thought people who, because I watched Captain Kangaroo every morning, and I loved Captain Kangaroo and Mr. Green Jeans, and that whole cast. But yeah, I remember thinking as a kid, boy, when you become an adult, you can watch Captain Kangaroo, you can play solitaire, cards, and you can smoke. God, I'm such a dork. Okay, let's get back into it. Oh, one more thing I wanted to say. Apparently, this was shot during quarantine because it said at the top quarantine edition. So they must each be in their own homes recording this. Boy, that would be hard. Okay, let's get back into it.
Now don't tell me I've nothing to do. Well, last night I dressed in tails, pretending I was on the town. As long as I can dream, it's hard to slow the swinger down. So please don't give a thought to me, I'm really doing fine. Well, you can always find me here, I'm having quite a time. Counting flowers on the wall, that don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire till dawn with a deck of 51. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't tell me I've nothing to do. No, don't tell me, yeah, I got nothing to do. Well, it's good to see you, I must go, I know I look a fright. Anyway, my eyes are not accustomed to this life, and my shoes are not accustomed to this hard concrete. So I must go back to my room and make my day complete. Counting flowers on the wall, that don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire till dawn with a deck of 51. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't tell me I've nothing to do. Now don't tell me I've nothing to do. Thank y'all so much for checking out our version of Flowers on the Wall. While you're here, pretty please, click subscribe. It's right down there. Just do it. We have gotten so many requests for this song.
Really?
And it's pretty apropos for these crazy quarantine times. But more importantly, we wanted to pay tribute to the Statler Brothers bass, Harold Reid, who we recently lost.
I can't believe he died. I didn't hear a thing about his death. Man, that sucks. Okay, let's get back into it.
To the Statler Brothers bass, Harold Reid, who we recently lost. The Statlers truly paved the way for what we do, and we draw so much influence from their mix of country and Southern gospel. And Harold in particular was a big influence on me.
Yeah. Oh,
Now,
yeah.
we've had to get pretty creative to keep content coming your way during this pandemic. So, I wanted to give you a look at my redneck setup here. If you're interested in a more detailed behind-the-scenes look at our music videos, head on over to Patreon. That's Patreon/home free. And unending thanks to all of you who are already supporting us on Patreon. We could not do this without you. Thanks again for watching. If you're new to Home Free, go ahead and dive down the rabbit hole that is our YouTube channel and stay tuned for more.
I can't believe Harold Reid died. I didn't know that. I didn't hear anything about that. I mean, he had to be, man, I'm 53, so he had to be at least in his 80s. So I guess it doesn't surprise me he died. I mean, he's an old man. But I just never heard anything about it. Hmm. That was really good, Home Free. And I will have all of their social media links in the description. So please go show them some love and, donate on their Patreon. And yeah, it, you know, I I understand why Austin's leaving. I do. He wants to spend time with his family. I get it. But man, I'm going to miss him. I hope that they find somebody. I mean, they're going to sound different, most definitely, but I hope they find somebody that mixes with the group really well. If they decide to replace him, they might not replace him, but anyway, that was really good. Thank you, Home Free. Thank you for bringing back the childhood memory. Okay, so my subscriber shout out today comes from a gentleman named James Wood 2730. And this is a comment that he left in regards to my reaction to Godsmack's Truth, their new song Truth, the video. And here is what James had to say. We as men aren't supposed to have emotion, as men aren't supposed to get angry or hurt. Okay, I'm going to stop right here, James. In my quest for looking for a man, I don't want a man that cries at every little thing. But if he's hurt or an event has touched his emotion, if he cries, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Anyway, back to James's comment. Okay. Most women today speak of toxic masculinity and mistreat we men. I went through the exact same thing. I was cheated on by my ex-wife of 20 years. I was the one who took the loss. I lost my boys and my family. I was expected to just suck it up as I did and came out the other side both battered and bruised. I became jaded and angry. That was over a decade ago, and still to this day, not much in the way that I changed because I was too in love with a woman to see what she was doing. That was on me and vowed to never allow that again. Well, James, I want to say a couple things about your comment. And I say this because I have two sons who are beautiful young men, adult men. And the justice system, courts, family courts, they are not set up for men. They are set up for women so that women walk away with everything. Everything. And I mean, my ex-husband, like I said before on here, it was an abusive relationship. We were married 17 years. I finally, I went to court and uh, in the state of Wisconsin, when you get a divorce, if you have a retirement plan, you've got money in your retirement plan, the spouse can get half, automatically gets half of your retirement. And I had quite a bit of money in my retirement. And I didn't want him to get it because he was never employed. For the 17 years we were together, he never had a job. And I didn't think it was fair since he didn't have a job that he get my retirement. So I made a deal with him. And I said, look, I won't ask you for child support if you don't touch my retirement plan. And he said, yeah, that's fine. And I never asked him for child support. I never asked him for money to help me with, finances for the boys. I tried very hard. I'm not going to say I was perfect, but I tried very hard not to talk about him in a negative manner in front of the boys because I wanted them to have their relationship with him. And I didn't want my experiences and my emotions and my feelings to affect their relationship. And I will say that when we first got divorced, they really didn't have a relationship with him just because they had witnessed the physical abuse. They knew what was going on. And, but that doesn't seem to be your story, James. I am really sorry that this woman cheated on you. Now, like I was saying, I was married for 17 years. It wasn't until like, I want to say like 2 years after my divorce did I find out that he had slept with many women. And, you know, I don't know if I don't think it's ever a good time to find out that your spouse has cheated. And I will say, James, since then, every single guy that I have dated, not that it's that many, I think it's like three, two, not three. The three men I have dated since my divorce have cheated on me, and I caught them. And so I understand that. And that's just something I do not tolerate anymore. And one of the reasons why I no longer am really looking for a relationship because I think everybody cheats on everybody. I just do. I think everybody puts up front, but behind the scenes they're cheating. That's my opinion. But thank you, James. And again, I am sorry that you went through what you went through. And yes, this song from Godsmack, it really hit hard for me too. But it was really good. They did a good job. So, okay, well, that's the video for today. Again, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube and our Rumble channel. And please leave me a comment. And remember, I love you guys. Bye.